What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is number 345, Fearless Investor. Excited to be live with you guys here today. Excited to have you joining us for another episode of these. These are always a ton of fun because calling sellers is literally the name of the game. We have to be talking to people every single day. For new investors that are just getting started, like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. Literally, the one thing that you can control every single day is how many property owners do you talk to every single day. And I promise you guys, if you focus on talking to more today than you did yesterday, and you do that every single day, you're going to get a tremendous amount of momentum in your business. Now, the challenge is it's also the scariest part. It's also the part where people get the most apprehension. We always feel like there's something that we're missing. We always feel like there's a system, there's a thing that we don't have that someone else does that allows them to overcome their fears. And maybe they're getting more leads, more hot leads. So they just have people just banging down their doors wanting to sell their house. And that's not the reality. The reality is we just have to play. It's a numbers game. We just have to keep playing that numbers game. We have to talk to a lot of people. So today, guys, we're actually joined by a fearless investor. He has never done a deal yet. He's in the Phoenix area. He's excited to get his first deal rolling. He's been learning about wholesaling since 2020, been following along. He was a part of the door knocking challenge back in November. So if you guys saw that, he was a part of that. He was here doing that. So now he's ready to actually catch some traction and catch some momentum in his business. So let's give it up for Fernando, who is going to be making live seller calls with us here today. Fernando, what's up, man? Grateful to have you here. Excited to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me. Excited. Excited.
Excited. That's that feeling, right?
Yeah.
And I think,
Yeah,
like,
he's
even
ready.
though that the butterflies a little bit, always, I still get them when I call sellers, but you reframe that to, oh, this is excitement that I'm feeling. I feel good. Like, this is
Yeah,
awesome. Like, even though it's like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen, it's that uncertainty. But it also is really cool because literally we could be one conversation away from a completely different life, right? One
yeah,
conversation away from one big deal, and that changes everything, right? So, Fernando,
yeah.
tell everyone a little bit about your story, and then we'll get to doing our thing.
Yeah, so you pretty much said it. I've been learning about wholesaling for a little bit. I first heard of it from TikTok, from Kong from TikTok. I know he's pretty popular there. A couple of people know him. I've been, hitting YouTube University since probably 2021. Picked up on Jerry Norton, really followed Pace, Brent Jamil, you on the Driving for Deals Challenge. I partnered with some of the students that were helping out there, got some traction, got some activity with outreach through text, but nothing closed. Had to take a break, handle some personal things, and then just looking to jump back into it and really give it a good go this time around.
I love it. I love it. That's exciting, man. So, ready to
Yeah.
hit the ground running and start talking to sellers. So, has this been something that's extremely natural to you? Do you like wake up every day like super stoked to talk to homeowners and talking to people, or is that not your favorite thing in the world?
I don't think it's been ingrained into me yet. I have worked before. My actual work experience is in automotive. I used to be a service advisor, so I had to speak constantly to customers for years. Then previous to that, I was a claims advisor for a big company, Carvana. So I was in a call center too. So I got kind of some of that experience, but obviously not related to real estate.
Right. Well, I mean,
Hmm.
there's really not that much of a difference. It's literally just changing what we talk about, right? If we can
Yeah.
just embody just some confidence, we can embody literally like just this whole business as a whole. It's like if we can say things with a straight face and say it confidently, you'd be so surprised like how much rapport you can build with a seller just by being confident on the phone. So it comes with
Okay.
repetitions and it starts now. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to have you start calling sellers. We're going to be doing this with you, so you're not alone. I'm joined today by Al. Al, say what's up to everybody real quick.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Al, who are you? What do you do?
Yes, so I'm actually one of Matt's lead manager. What I do is I further vet, like after our rockstar VAs do the cold calling, it comes to me. I do further vetting to see if they're ready to go, and if they are, hitting all the four pillars, then I go ahead and have them submitted to our acquisition team for closing.
Let's go. I love it. So Al is a lead manager, and that's basically what these calls are going to be today. We are going to be doing lead manager calls. We're calling, further vetting these sellers. These leads are our leads internally. They have already raised their hand. They wanted to sell. So these come from cold calling, SMS, whatever other source they come from. We're further vetting these leads to see if these people are actually ready to sell. That's what Fernando's going to be doing today. That's what we're going to be doing today. Further vetting these leads. We're probably not going to close anybody today. Who knows? Might surprise us, but we'll see what the day has in store for us. So without further ado, Fernando, you got the floor. We started posting some leads for you there in the private chat. So if you want to start from the top,
yeah,
we can get rocking on them.
Start one out.
Glenn Collins.
Can't take your call.
Try the redial.
Yep, we'll do a double dial and then leave them a voicemail and shoot them a text message.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Glenn.
You have the wrong number.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's double check that. Yeah, that's the number.
That's the same number?
Yep.
Well, I mean, you just got the voicemail and it said Glenn.
Yeah, so I think
It's all good.
she can pick up for Glenn and
Yeah,
and
it's all good. What next time when someone's like, you got the wrong phone number, say, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I was just giving you a call. I was going to leave Glenn a voicemail just now, but I forgot to leave him a voicemail. She's like, oh, who are you reaching out to? Right. So just see if you could just extend that conversation just a little bit longer. Right. Say, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was just looking for Mr. Collins. I was actually just about to leave him a voicemail. We had actually been talking about his place off club, and that's why I was just trying to reach back out. So she told you wrong phone number probably because she's like, this ain't Glenn. You ain't talking, he's not going to call you back. So just that's a little nugget right there. But that's all good. We will move on to the next one.
Hi, you've reached Travis Snyder with Peabody Airlines. Please leave me a message.
There we go. Right number this time. So.
Yes, sir. This is the name of the game, guys. We know to get to those 25, 30 conversations a day, you're going to have to make like 100 calls. So our goal for these lives is to see if we can get like 3 or 4 people on the phone.
Travis.
Hey, Travis, it's Fernando. How are you doing?
Good, Fernando. How are you?
Hey, did I catch you at a good time?
Well, I'm on the other line. What's going on?
Okay. Well, yeah, I got a note sent over from one of my colleagues. I believe you spoke with Mira about a property you were interested in selling. Is that still the case?
I'm interested. I'm going to sell one of my properties, but right now I've got somebody who's possibly going to buy one of them, and if that happens, then I'm not selling. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
And was
call me
it
back next week, 13th. I'll know.
okay? Was this on the one that's on St. Mark Street?
No, this is a different one.
Okay, because yeah, the note that I have says is referencing. Let me see, St. Mark Street. Is
Yeah,
that
I'm not going to get this. I'm only selling one of my properties, so
sure?
if this other one goes through, then I'm not going to sell St. Mark Street. If this other one doesn't go through, then you're welcome to talk
Sure.
about St. Mark Street.
Now, the one that is going to sell, do you currently have a offer contracted, or did someone
Yeah,
just put in an offer?
yeah, no, I got a contract.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So, you said that should, if everything goes well, should be about a week from now.
Right.
Okay,
13th. Yep.
so I'll probably check in like a day or two from a week from now.
That'd be fine.
Make sure everything's good to go, and we'll stay in contact.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much.
All right.
There you go. So feedback on that. I think just in the initial bit of the call is the certainty part, and I think that comes with just having more phone calls. What I've learned is on that little onset of the phone call when you're like, "Hey, this is," you introduce yourself, that's good. But then he didn't know the intent of the phone call. So then when you give them an out, most of the time people are going to try to take that out. Right? When you're like, "Hey, is this a good? Hey, this is Fernando. How are you?" And they're like, hey, is this a good time?" Most people are like, I'm actually in the middle of something. Like literally, if I could take note of how many times someone is like in the middle of something, that's like most of the time when you give them that out early on and say, "Hey, this is Fernando. Um, I'm just giving you a call about a property I think you own. Mara was telling me about it. She said you might be interested in selling it. Is that still the case?" Right. Really take note of that, like the tone behind them. Might be interested in selling. Right. And they're like, "No,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe potentially." Oh, okay. Well, I didn't catch you in the middle of anything, did I? Right. And then you can mention that. But if you do it early in the call, they're going to always look for a way out, especially if they weren't expecting our call. Because if it was an appointment, sure, right? But if we're
Yeah.
kind of calling these people back cold, then I just wouldn't give them an out early on. But past that, that was a good conversation. You kept it going. But I would say also to already have an offer in writing. Good on you to see if he actually has a contract and has actually signed something.
Mhm.
Maybe something else to mention is like, yeah, well, I got 4 properties. I can only sell one of them. We got it. And you're already looking at selling one of them. So like even if we could pay more money, you still want to try to work with the folks that you have on the table. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to work with it. Oh, okay. All right. So you just dropped that little seed. Maybe we could pay more money. Who knows? Right. I don't know. But I want to get
Yeah.
them to think like, And you never know. Like sometimes when you say that line, they don't have anything in writing. It's a handshake agreement, right?
Yeah.
You just get that intuition. So by saying that line, you really get to figure that part out. But then another little tidbit to this is, okay, so even if we could pay more money, you still want to sell it to these other folks. No, that's not what I'm saying, but they had just talked to me in the past and I want to give them got it. So is the main reason why you're only selling one of the 4 properties because of like taxes? Yeah, no, I can't sell all of them because if I sell all of them, I'm gonna get reamed with capital gains. Got it. Well, look, we have different ways that we acquire properties. There might be a way that if you would be open to, I'm not saying the rest of all 3, but maybe one or the other 3, we can look at some ways that you could potentially sell it and not have to be a landlord anymore and deal with tenants and toilets. Maybe we could figure out something to maybe get your price, but also be tax advantaged, so you're not going to get hit with those capital gains, but you can still get the price that you're hoping to get. Would you be open to having that conversation? Right? Just a little. We're always thinking like who is this person? What do they care about? Why do they care about these things? And typically, they don't want to sell all their properties because, oh my gosh, you're going to have all this money they got to put somewhere. So it might be a good in because he's already a landlord. It might be a good in to have that terms conversation. It's not something that you have to mention, but you're just trying to get that. Is this door potentially just cracked open just a little bit? Right? Because if it is,
Okay.
we might be able to get in there and explore that opportunity of potential good terms deal.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good.
Love it. Okay, continue on.
Let's get the next one.
Hello.
Hi, Carol. This is Fernando. How are you doing?
Who is that?
Fernando.
Fernando who?
Well, I'm calling because I got a note sent from one of my colleagues I believe you spoke with, Mira, that you had a property you were interested in selling. Is that still the case?
No, I got it. So thank you.
Okay.
There we go. We keep on rocking.
No interest.
No one is in to take your call. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and it will be returned. No one is in to take your call. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and it will be returned as soon as possible.
Hi, Victor. Sorry I missed you. Just reaching out. Just wanted to see if you still had that property you were interested in selling. I believe you spoke to one of my colleagues. If you could just give me a call back and we could just touch base and see what's going on with that. Thank you. All right. Now with the message, any specific number you want me to give?
No. You can just keep your number. Any leads that you
Okay.
get here that you're calling and working, we'll work those leads
Okay.
together.
All right.
So if you guys volunteer to be on the Fearless Investor, any leads get sent your way, dude, that's like free deals. Come on. Come on.
Let's get the next one here.
Hello.
Hello, Michael.
Yes.
Hi, this is Fernando. I got a note sent over by one of my colleagues that I believe you spoke with, Roger, about a property you'd be interested in selling. Just calling to see if that's still the case.
I know I got a lot of calls on it, but I said if I sold it, where would I live? You know, and they were looking for different places, and they never found a different place. So
Okay. So you're primarily looking to sell this property to relocate?
if I got a good price on it, if I could find another place, but every place seems to be high right now.
Sure. Yeah, I get that.
And and stuff. So I've been looking around. I just haven't seen anything yet.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, were you looking to relocate? Still stay in Arizona, out of state?
Well, no, I still want to stay in Arizona.
Got it. Got it.
And
So,
stuff. So it's just finding. Like I said, it's this house here. Then my neighbor's just selling his. It's like a 1973 trailer
sure.
on V here, and he's asking 175,000 for it.
Yeah.
And realtor said he can have it sold in 60 days.
Sure.
I'm like, holy shit! Mine's a 4-bedroom house,
Okay. And just to double check, the one if you did find a place, we're looking at the one on Gorham Street.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, I do partner and work with a lot of real estate agents. I know your primary goal was to first find a home to move into. Any particular location or downgrade, upgrade you're looking for?
Just like around even like Apache Junction or closer to the city.
Apache Junction.
Not in Phoenix, but just around Mesa, Phoenix, or Mesa, Apache
Sure.
Junction area in there somewhere.
Sure.
And not in a 55 to go, well, we can get you into a trailer at 55 and older. And I go, why do I want to pay $700 a month lot rent?
Yeah.
I go, that'd be stupid on my part to do something like that.
Yeah. Okay. And
so
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
But I was even looking at places like in Wyoming at one time.
Wyoming. Okay.
And stuff, and stuff. But I've just been looking around so far, and I haven't really seen anything that hits my eye. Every once in a while, I'll get something in my head, and I'll search that area and stuff. But
got it. Now, was there anything in particular you were looking for, like a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, anything that
2-bedroom house is what I'm looking at.
2-bedroom house, single story? You're looking to downgrade a little bit, or just downsize?
Yep.
Okay.
2-story, single story, no basement.
Single story, no basement, near Apache Junction, but not in the city of Phoenix.
Right.
Okay, Apache Junction, Mesa. And that would be your primary speed bump right now, is locating first a home, then you would consider selling?
Right, because I told him I live off disability. I only bring in $1,000 a month.
Got it.
So for me to sit there and try to buy another house, because I own everything. I don't have any loans or nothing. So
got it.
And that's the way I'd want to keep it.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of agents that I partner with. I know that they're moving properties there. They got listings, but things do move quick. But if you don't mind me asking about your current property, what's the condition like on that one? Is it something you fixed up or needs a little bit of work? Or
well, no, when I bought it, I put in a new furnace and all new ductwork. I put in a central air. And last year I had the a new roof put on, with roll roofing. Sure. Insurance did it. And about 2-3 months ago, there's solar panels on top of the roof. And I had the whole outside re-stuccoed.
Okay.
And I re-sheetrocked when I got it to it was bare walls, and I re-sheetrocked like the bedroom and stuff like that. And new tile on the kitchen floor and then the hallways and stuff like that.
Okay.
And stuff, but yeah, there's been a lot of, and there's all new wiring put in there in the breaker box when I bought it, so that was all done there at that time. But I put a lot of money into the house itself.
Sure.
And I built 2 sheds, a 12 by 12 and a 12 by 16.
Okay.
With concrete floors.
Okay. So you put in a little bit of work to it these past couple years.
Oh yeah, and the carport got re-shingled too.
Okay. Got it. And if you were to locate a property, say within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, is that something you'd be okay with getting the process started?
Yeah, somewhere in there, because right now my wife's getting cancer treatment, so I said it'd be like when it's done with that, because she ain't gonna feel like moving when she's sick,
Sure.
And stuff. So and I think that's gonna, be like a month yet or so. So
got it. Now on this one, if with what you've done to it, what was the ballpark number you're trying to get probably that
Well,
get you
I
happy with.
was think, yeah, I was thinking, 100, 125,000 in there somewhere, because
Got it.
it just in this last, I'd say, 3 months, even since the last time you talked to me,
Yeah.
there was a house right up on the corner. And it's a 2-bedroom house. It's got a half rock and then shingle,
Yeah.
And they're asking almost 300,000 for that house. And like I said, this trailer with like 2-inch walls on it, they're getting 175,000 for it. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? But it seems like if you go through the realtor, even the empty lots, they want 50,000 for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's superior. It's for some reason the houses are going through the ceiling in this town.
Okay. Yeah.
And so,
yeah, I definitely see that around the area, especially Phoenix. It's just getting a little too crazy in the Phoenix area.
Holy shit! Because I even thought, if I try to move somewhere else, this is everywhere. It'd be nuts. But
Sure.
even like the wife, she at one time wanted to live by Camp Birdie, and stuff, stuff like that. But I'd like to be in a house. I don't want to be in a trailer.
Sure. Okay.
And stuff. But like I said, I've been looking in different places, and stuff hits my mind, and I go look at it,
Got it.
and stuff. And I check where taxes, like some states don't have property tax and shit like that,
Sure. And on the property you were interested in moving into, if you were to find one, were you looking for one that's just completely redone, ready to go? Because that's usually what the properties are right now. Is a lot of them are already flipped by investors. They've put in a lot of work and it's turnkey pretty much. Or are you looking to do a little bit of work? Not looking for.
I don't mind doing work on it as long as it's stuff like sheetrock and carpentry I can do.
Sure.
But something like wiring, then then it gets a little touchy.
Got it. So the basics pretty much covered: wiring, plumbing. That there's no issues with that, and you could do some sheetrock work.
Oh, heck yeah! Like I said, that shed I built, I even built my own rafters and everything for it.
Oh, okay.
So the sheds are nice. They're brand new sheds.
Yeah.
Shingle ropes on them and stuff like that. But something like I don't mind doing a little bit of work on it. That keeps me entertained usually.
Okay.
And like I said, I've been looking at the weirdest places. Sometimes I get online. One time I was looking at, I go, where's the cheapest place to buy homes? Like 4 months ago, Oklahoma had really nice homes for like 30,000, and stuff. And now they're high there, and then they're low in this other state, So, it kind of jumps around, but I want to stay where it's warm.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, and the weather here is you can't beat it. I mean, most of the year it's bearable, and then the rest of you just enjoying it. But okay.
Like we own 2 lots that are an acre each up in Moab up by Williams.
Okay.
It's north on the 64 she bought 30 years ago, and she still has them. And they're 2 lots that are an acre each. Okay. They're side by side, or right one in front of the other one.
Yeah, up in Moab.
I'm thinking about putting a double wide on it.
Yeah. Moab, I know is pretty big for off-roading. A big group school up there.
No, not Moab. Or not Moab. It's up by Williams.
Oh, okay.
Haba High, I think it's called.
Okay.
Area. It's right on the 64 on the way to the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
But it's not that far out of Williams on the 64, and it's 2 lots that are an acre each.
Okay. Now with you needing to find another place, were you looking to do that simultaneously? Like close on one and then buy the other one, or pretty much do it at the same time? As soon as you close, get some money in your pocket, then buy the other one? Or
I want one that I can buy right away, because I don't want to end up staying in a motel.
Sure.
Because I don't have family down here, so.
Okay.
I want to end up spending all my money sitting in a motel trying to find a place, and then I got to wait 30 days for them to close on a place, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would
totally get it.
It would line up close to the same time period,
Yeah, totally get it. So, let me.
It's got 2 bathrooms and everything in it, so it's. It's a good sized house, It's got like 11 rooms.
Yeah. So I want to primarily get you a solution to your problem, which is finding a home first. That you want an home closer to the city, but not in the city. Let me get in contact with some of my realtor contacts and see if they got anything coming up in the next couple of weeks, days, and maybe in the next month that they might be looking to.
It's going to be at least a month because, like I said, she's doing both chemo and everything right now, so she's sick. They really can't move her while she's sick, you know.
Got it.
And then she's got to go to radiation 5 days a week. So, and it's right up at Globe. And I don't want to switch everything over. So she's done because her chemo's in the valley, but her radiation's at Globe.
Okay. Got it. Totally understand that. So, so if your timeline right now is looking like about a month, like I said, I still could get in contact, see if anything's coming up, get you primarily your solution, which is get you something closer. But I'll definitely stay in contact, keep touching base. If you can, save my number. Again, my name's Fernando. But I'll keep checking in. I'm going to be putting it out there that you're looking for a place that you don't mind putting up some sheetrock, putting in a little elbow grease, and then see what we could do something.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks so much for taking my call.
You bet.
Thank you. Bye.
Bam, very nice. How do you feel about that call?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I mean, he was able to say his price. I mean, the condition, he's put a bit of work into it. His timeline too. He's looking to do something probably within or after 30 days because he does need to finish up some medical things where he's at. But his primary. His wife's sick, going through some treatment. But his primary, what do you call it, speed bump, is he wants to find the property first, not in Phoenix, but closer to Apache Junction or Mesa.
Right. Has anyone, I love this call. He's definitely a yellow seller. Like, he was willing to have a conversation and open up and tell you everything, which is great. Has anyone ever, you guys are watching, have any of you guys ever encountered someone who wants to sell, or says they want to sell, and the price already works, but the challenge is financial restrictions? They have to buy another house, but this guy's on disability. There's a part of him, if he wants to really sell this house, he's going to have to be realistic about his second house. Right? If you want to move closer to Phoenix, you're going to sell your house, out in kind of a more rural area. Do you think prices are going to get cheaper or more expensive as you get closer to the city? And it's more expensive, right? And this guy's on a fixed income. He has Social Security, gets $1,000 a month. So in the event of this, like, of course, I can, for the price that he's asking for this property. First off, Fernando, dude, how many sellers have you talked to? I think you sharked us for a second. He's acting like he's over here. He never talked to any sellers, and he hops on this call just like cool as a cucumber, dude.
Not spoken to one. That was probably the first conversation I held.
You lying? You're lying. That was
YouTube University.
Honestly, bro, so good for real. But into this lead, so kudos to that. But for this lead, you guys encounter these challenges when it comes to sellers. It really comes down to how can you solve their problem. And you mentioned a few things in there, and I like the technique. It's like, well, this is going to be your solution. This is something that we're going to do for you, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to have to either get him to come around to a couple different ideas. He said that he would move up to Williams and live in a double wide. So I don't think he's really that against living in a trailer. But if he wants to move to Phoenix, he's going to have to be okay living in like a single wide mobile home that maybe needs a little bit of work. Because that's about all you're getting at that price point. You're going to spend $120,000 right now for like a 1-bed, 1-bath, single wide mobile home in Apache Junction on a small lot. Right? That's just the reality of it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Luckily, he was mentioned that he was willing to downgrade or downsize. So that opens up the possibility. You're definitely right.
So the possibility is definitely there. We actually just had one that's a single wide mobile home on land. Listing price is $119,000. So that might be something we could present to him. The 1-bed, 1-bath. Sure. But there might be some other things that pop up too. But it's probably going to end up being a single wide, and he's got to be okay with that. So sending him a few options and making sure that we're on the same page, or really gauging the opportunity of, hey, there are more affordable markets. Like if you were to move to Indiana or Kansas or Alabama, Like you're going to get a more affordable home in those places because of the market, right? So
Yeah.
either way, like this is certainly a hurdle. And guys, sometimes your sellers are going to be hung up because of financial constraints. Yes, the price might work, but they're going to take all that money and they need to be able to pay off whatever their next house is. So either we got to get them to come around to the idea of he is open to downgrading, but come like going around to the idea of if you want to move closer to the valley, perfect. We can put you in a mobile home and you own the land, but it's going to be basically everything you sell your house for. Right. Or if you want to find something in a different market to move to, if that's in the cards for you guys, I don't know if you really want to move your sick wife, but if that's in the cards for you guys, like obviously you can get yourself a 3-bed, 2-bath home in Alabama for $55K, you know? So like that's more affordable if that's what they wanted to do. But either way, that's the approach that you got to take on these leads. So guys, like this person isn't ready to sell right now, right? There's going to be a couple more touches along the way, but what Fernando did was he's just guiding him. Hey, what do you want to do? How can we help you? What do you need help with? How can we assist you? Okay, this is the speed bump. Before we can get to where we want to go, like this is a hurdle we have to overcome. This is a challenge, right? And I think you did that really well, man. Again, especially to not be talking to sellers that often, to get on here and have a conversation with someone, I think this one was teed up perfect for you. And I mean, like after that kind of conversation, do you feel like you have a little bit more confidence talking to sellers more often?
Yeah. So, I mean, everything that I had in my head, the scenario that you play out, when it just flows that well, you're like, all right, we can do the next one.
We can do the next one. So do you think you'd be able to have a functioning real estate business if you had 20 or 25 of these kind of conversations every single day?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's the name of the game, guys. That's the name of the game. So Fernando, I want us to keep track of these leads. I want you to follow up with this one. I want to keep track of I want you to be able to come back on here in probably like a couple more weeks or maybe a month. And we say, hey, Fernando actually followed up with this league and he got his first contract. And his first conversation was like on this channel. So this lead is now owned by you. So I want you to turn it into a deal. I want you to make some money on it. And guys, like this is what it's all about. If you are having a tough time stepping out of your comfort zone, you're having a tough time feeling like, oh my gosh, this is something that I don't naturally want to do. No one really wants to do it, guys. But like literally the life that you want to live is just overcoming these little things along the way. And now like after we end this live here today, Fernando's just kind of like, he's just going to go run through a wall. He's like, I can do anything. I can do anything. But that's what it's all about, man. So I'm excited. Fernando, give the audience a little like a recap here. Give me some final thoughts to what you learned today doing these live calls and what you hope to build on after you leave here today.
Well, just hope to build on getting more conversation. Like you said, if you could have the conversation, this one flowed easily. I know they're not all going to flow that easily, but you could really make it in this business. But as far as this one, from the YouTube University, like I mentioned, is focus on their problems and see how you could solve their problems. Then we could move on to the house. So that was my just thought process when he picked up, and then he mentioned he has a problem. All right, try to solve his problem first, and then we could see what we could do.
I love it, brother. Thank you so much for volunteering. Thank you for being here today. This was a ton of fun. Hopefully, I want to see you make a deal out of this. I want to see you make some money from it. So thank you for volunteering, stepping up to the plate. Hopefully, you guys that are watching got some value from here today. If you did, please like this video, share it with one other person, and we're going to be doing more of this on this channel. So if you haven't already, head over to the channel, hit subscribe, because we're going to do more cool things like this. We want more Fernando stepping up and inspiring each other, because I guarantee, Fernando, you inspired someone here today to be like, you know what, if he could do it, I could do it too. So hopefully that's the case. Guys, hope you got some value again from this video. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I am actually going to go live here in about 20 more minutes after this video. We're doing our $20,000 passive income challenge. We're going to be acquiring Airbnbs over the next 6 months. We're going to do it live here on this channel. So Fernando, if you want to watch that too, we're going to be live here in about 30 minutes doing that. So guys, I did not forget. We're picking back up here today. So I'm excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.